Welcome to this introduction of Uplift Infinity Preparatory High School, where we are, who we are, and where we are going. This is our overall agenda for this video, and we're going to keep it under 10 minutes to be respectful of your time. We have an amazing administrative team, and I have 3 deans that work closely with me to steer the grade 9 and 10 program, which is Misogyny Fuller, our Road to College and Careers, which is Dr. Jeffrey Fuller, and our 11th and 12th grade IB diploma program, Mr. Jesus Sesma. They are a veteran team. They've been at Infinity for 2 years or over that, and they just bring such a medley of talents to what can be offered to your child and to your family. Myself, I've immigrated from American School Foundation in Mexico City. And prior to that, I was Colegio Roosevelt at the American School of Lima, Peru for 4 years. And I was in Qatar Academy, Bulgaria. And before that, I hailed from Ohio. So it's been a wonderful IB visit and journey. And the reason why I am here with Uplift right now is that IB pathway that I will get into in a little bit. So first reason you should send your child to Uplift Infinity High School, and every family needs to make a choice, every scholar needs to make a choice at this point. So we just want to make sure you know the advantages, as well as maybe some of the disadvantages to choosing Uplift Infinity High School. So you're going to have a lot of support. If you want very little support, Uplift Infinity High School is not the place for you. We are small, and that means that we focus upon establishing your child's purpose. Their friendships are definitely fostered and given time within the school day. Their confidence, their memories, and that pathway towards colleges and careers isn't just about some type of financials. It is very much about making sure that your child knows who they are and what they would love to do in this world, and can also be a part of giving to the community. We have small class sizes, and then we have a phenomenal Road to College and Careers office that is better than any of the private institutions I was with previously overseas. We have 100% college acceptances and so many real-world opportunities that are presented every single year. We also have one of the most challenging, and I think that's key. We are not an easy place to graduate, and holistic educations in Irving. And it is the IB curriculum that we utilize, so it's actually in the world as well. We've been a one-to-one Chromebook school for 4 years, so when COVID hit, we were already one-to-one laptops. That wasn't something that we needed to work on, and in fact, it was a fairly seamless transition for us as a campus. Now, previous years, we had a lot of things going on. COVID has taken a lot of that away. Sorry for my dog's contributions right here. We have a mascot. We have teams, including flag football, volleyball, basketball, soccer, and track. We have theater. We have clubs that meet once every single week. We have an active scholar council and a National Honor Society. This year, of course, those things are not major highlights, but we still are having clubs that are continuing. And this is the spirit, the heart of our community, shown through our students. I hope through this video you can also see that we are a diverse community and we celebrate that diversity. It is so nice to have so many perspectives under our roof and be able to share them, learn from each other, and that is part of the International Baccalaureate program as well, is harnessing our diversity. So if you wanted to look at the state accountability, which of course has been on hold during COVID, there's a couple things that you should notice. Number one, we are one of two schools in South Irving that is A-rated, Barbara Caldwell being the other, and I'll make some comparisons there. But if you also look, 3 out of the 4 top schools of the A-rated schools in Irving offer the IB program. And I can tell you that it is the same IB program that was offered across the world. I've evaluated schools from Kazakhstan to London to Lima, and it is the same IB program. The requirements are the same, and hence your child would be receiving the exact same opportunities as North Hills as well. We are a younger IB school, and we've come a long way in a very short amount of time, and we're only going to keep getting better. Last year was our first IB diploma graduating class. 67 out of 77 scholars took an IB class. That's 87% of our students taking an honors class. Barbara Caldwell was on that list. I know that 16% of their students, 1/6, took an AP class. And 52 out of 77 took the full IB diploma, which is the most rigorous program in the world. It's not just 6 classes, which are all honors classes. It's also an additional theory of knowledge class that makes sure that you understand why you're learning. And there are out-of-class requirements like the extended essay, which is a master's level essay, or at least an undergraduate level research paper, as well as giving to the community, being creative, and being active. So those are requirements for all full IB diploma students, and the CAS piece is for all students under our roof because we're part of the Uplift network, and service learning is a part of all grades. What does the IB give you? I mentioned Uplift is the second largest IB network in the country. Rather than all those islands I was at previously, we have 42 different campuses that are collaborating and sharing the best practice. We're getting better and better each year, so much faster rather than waiting for outside experts to come. IB graduates are 22% more likely to be accepted to colleges in Texas and across the country. And that is why Uplift chose this as their curricular model, because it's directly in line with our mission. And if you look at just kind of dollars and cents, which it sometimes comes down to, let's be honest, it is $20,000 to receive the same curriculum in several private schools in Dallas. It's up to $110,000 if you want to go to Switzerland. IB exams cost around $950 to $1,000 per student. Because we are a Title I school, it is no cost at all for our families. And having been in this situation for so many years now, 14, I can say that $1,000, when you're already spending all the things that you spend for an 18-year-old to graduate, is expensive. So it's really nice that we don't currently charge for that. And then if you do well enough, you can get credit hours for those honors courses too, same as AP. It's up to 24. And if you just went to TCU or my wife graduated, that would be $48,000 worth of credits. That's what we would want for all of our scholars. Once you actually get into college, or a career, but in college in this instance, your chance of finishing is really what we're worried about. Because if you don't finish college, you go off, you establish some debt, and then you don't get the degree that would help you to pay off that debt. So really, we want to make certain that we don't just get scholars over the finish line, we have them prepared for college. And the IB does that. The 28% greater chance of scholars finishing a 4-year degree and 24% greater for them finishing a 6-year degree than just a regular high school graduate. If you decided to go to one of the other high schools near us, you can see that it's 36% chance that your child's going to finish college. In terms of our Road to College and Careers office, they really step up for our scholars. Dr. Fuller actually has his PhD in collegiate finance. Because of that and the overall veteran expertise of that Road to College and Careers office, our scholars in 2018 received $7.6 million in grants and scholarships. If you can do the math, we only have about 60 scholars who are graduating. So just tons of opportunities, and many of our scholars are not having to pay for college because they have been able to find ways to do things through financial aid. Here is our amazing RTCC team. They also provide ACT preparation within the school day rather than an extra tutoring service like many places offer. Again, money saved. Career exploration, both right now virtually with the experts coming onto our campus, but also sending scholars to different campuses and different careers around the DFW area. They help in the college admissions program process, and you will not get any more help in that process. It's complicated. It's difficult. If you're speaking a different language other than English, it's nearly impenetrable. But these guys do all the work. And then they help with financial aid as well, which is not what a lot of colleges, campuses do. In terms of just social emotional support, most of Irving's larger public high schools have around a 300 to 1 counselor to student ratio, and that's probably the best case situation. It was 200 to 1, like I mentioned, in Mexico City, and we are 85 to 1 right now, counselor to scholar ratio. It is phenomenal how much support your child can find when needed. We also offered Project Wayfinder and a social emotional learning pathway beginning in the freshman year through our advisory programs and finishing the senior year. And that is focused specifically on helping your child find their purpose as well as their career or their collegiate pathway. That was developed through Stanford University, and we are one of 2 Uplift pilots this year offering Project Wayfinder to our grade 11s. In terms of making sure that we're offering courses that introduce our scholars to careers and foster the best skills for them by the time they graduate, many skills that they walked in with. This year we did preliminarily offer an MYP biomedical STEM class to our freshman class when we had to offer 3 different learning modalities simultaneously. That just became prohibitive to be scheduled. So we integrated into our biology classes this year. Next year, we will be using that as a standalone course again, provided we're back on campus in the normal manner. And I'll get into that career in just a moment. We also have 80% of our families that often speak the Spanish language at home or are culturally prone to using the Spanish language. That's something that we really want to take advantage of for 2 reasons. Number one, it is a part of knowing your family, speaking to grandparents, speaking to cousins, connecting in other countries if you have family in other countries. That's really important, that identity piece. And secondarily, it's also an advantage in terms of your careers, particularly in Texas. So that'll keep our babies closer to home. And we also offer opportunities for students who have other languages other than Spanish to study if they are first language. And that's part of the IB's model. There can be a self-study course where they can learn the language from experts outside of school, but get the credit inside of school and study alongside myself as someone who's done that previously as an English teacher or a language teacher overseas. I have taught Swedish, believe it or not. And in terms of bilingualism, the market currently needs foreign language skills, needs Spanish speakers. The number of online job postings targeting bilingual workers more than doubled nationwide in a 5-year period, and that trend has continued. It certainly is not curtailing anytime soon in Texas. And then the biomedical STEM, 5 out of the 20 fastest growing industries from 2019 to 2029 are in the healthcare and social assistance. So if we can introduce our children to this occupation by their freshman year, they can see whether they want to move into career pathways within our RTCC office classes, internships, things of that nature that they enjoy. They might also encounter some of these other careers, but you can see even in the top 10, there are 5 of the top 10 that are biomedical. And these come with nice salaries for a family. Physical therapist is median wage is almost $90,000. Dental hygienist with a 2-year associate's degree is $76,000 as a median annual wage. Physician's assistant takes more time, but that's $112,000. And then if you're looking at more of an associate's degree, which generally we are not, but dental assistants start off at $40,000. These are comfortable livings for families and contribute in a variety of ways. Medical assistants, just so many jobs. Medical or clinical laboratory technicians, starting at $53,000. You can just see, and please do the research. But the biomedical sphere is a good place to be for your child potentially. All right, that's all we have to share today. I think that our seniors and our graduates are certainly the ones that really are the proof of what we are trying to accomplish. So I encourage you to speak with our families, with our graduates. For those who have, like Jocelyn Martinez, received full rides to universities like Grinnell, that's all down to our RTCC office, working with Jocelyn's family and a hardworking scholar who made it all happen. So let's bring that all together for your child too. If you have any questions, please contact me, Chad Schwaberow, via email. I'd be happy to speak with you, give you a tour, whatever information you need. We are a great school that's going to do great things for your family. We may not have a marching band, we may not have Friday night football, but we've got a darn good flag football team, volleyball team, boys and girls soccer. We have fun. We have pep rallies. There is a lot of student life. It may not be of the big school nature, but nor can those big schools do what we do best, which is to put your child in a position for a life of happiness. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.